Are you a fan of epic medieval games? Get ready for some exciting news. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the most highly anticipated medieval games set to release in 2023 and beyond. From immersive open-world adventures to best role-playing games, these upcoming releases are sure to satisfy any medieval gaming enthusiast. So grab your sword and shield and let's dive in. Let's start with number 13, Like a Dragon Ishin. Ishin Riga Gotoko is now spreading throughout the English-speaking nations. In 2014, the cult classic Yakuza video game was released for the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4, and in 2023, it will receive a complete remake with the new name Like a Dragon Ishin. As this Yakuza spin-off transports us from Japan's history to the time of the samurai, expect plenty of ridiculous action. Next we have Wild Hearts. EA's shot at the Monster Hunter throne is titled Wild Hearts. Wild Hearts is a large and gorgeous hunting game that is currently under development at Omega Force, a division of Koei Tecmo, best known for the medieval Dynasty Warriors video game series. You and two friends will need to prepare, take stock of your surroundings, and then engage in a life-or-death struggle against some incredibly powerful monsters. We're excited to see more of Wild Hearts in action since it looks fantastic.
Fate intended for us to meet here.
Number 11. Wukong Fallen Dynasty. Wukong is the newest game from Team Ninja, the same team behind the Nioh series, and it combines mystical and historical elements. Wukong initially appears to be taking the same risky route as the latter games, which were Souls-like in the fullest sense of the term, Dark Souls aping genre. Wukong Fallen Dynasty, described as a dark fantasy action game set in the Chinese Three Kingdoms period, and is scheduled to release on March 3. It will be available on Game Pass right away. On this one, we'll be keeping a careful eye. Number 10. Final Fantasy XVI. It's now official. Final Fantasy XVI is coming. The terrain of Valencia, where the story takes place, is covered in crystals known as Mother Crystals. These crystal towers surround the planet Aether, which bestows magics on the populace. However, the world is also plagued by blight and terrible creatures called as icons that pose a threat to the dominions.
I sometimes wonder if I am controlling it, or if it's controlling me.
Number 9. Flintlock Siege of Dawn. You play as Norin Flintlock the Siege of Dawn, an open-world role-playing game, along with her mysterious companion Enki. As you lead humanity's final battle, you'll be attempting to master a variety of weapons, magical skills, and more. The gods have opened the door to the afterlife, which means that if the living are to have any hope of defeating the dead, they must turn to violence. Number 8. Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden. The developer of Life is Strange and Vampire Dawngnod is working on a new action RPG that will take place in 1695 in the freezing North American wilderness. We'll be following Red Mac Rate and NT Dort, two ghost hunters who are attempting to defend the living from ethereal beings. According to the developers, Banishers will feature a complex universe, numerous creepy cases to investigate, and difficult choices that will affect how you progress through the game.
We banish them.
Number 7. The Lords of the Fallen. Publisher CI Games is starting over with the idea after 8 years, one game, and one sequel that was never released. This dark fantasy action game is positioning itself as a Dark Souls replacement, with the same sort of severe combat spread over a more broader world. The Lords of the Fallen is a series reboot for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X. When it debuts this year, we'll know for sure if this relaunch can accomplish what its predecessor was unable to. Number 6. Nightingale. Nightingale is the creation of former BioWare executive Aaron Flynn. This game is a shared world survival game that was first unveiled at the Game Awards 2021 and is set in a fictional Victorian era. Doesn't that seem interesting? The survival adventure can be played either alone or with friends and other players you meet online. It appears that we can anticipate seeing a beta at some point, as the official site states that testing is scheduled to go online sometime this year.
The magical network of portals has collapsed. Your people are cast asunder beyond the frontiers of your reality. Realms alive with monstrous beasts, eldritch creatures, and danger.
Number 5. WUCHANG. Fallen Feathers. WUCHANG Fallen Feathers, an action role-playing game set in the last years of the Ming Dynasty in ancient China, has been unveiled by Chinese developer Lindsay Games. The game is an exploration of the hauntingly beautiful landscapes of Imperial China and the struggle against enigmatic powers that transform a bleak reality into otherworldly terror. It is set in the turbulent closing years of the Ming Dynasty. Number 4. Code to Jin Yong. The future game was created by Lightspeed Studio, a Chinese studio best known for creating PUBG Mobile and Apex Legends Mobile. Code to Jin Yong is an adaptation of a series of wuxia books by renowned author Jin Yong, whose works have enjoyed enormous success in China since the 1950s. Wuxia is a subgenre of fantasy martial arts literature. Number 3. Where Weens Meet. Everstone Games developed Where Weens Meet, an interactive open-world game with action, adventure, and martial arts. It takes place at the end of the 10 Kingdoms, a time when a whole dynasty may fall in the span of a single moment. In this time of war and conflict, players will assume the character of a traveling swordsman. Players must choose whether to uphold their moral principles or to fall to a world of blood and blade. Number 2. Rise of the Ronin. Rise of the Ronin, a brand new PS5 exclusive, is being created by Team Ninja. According to reports, the game would be an open-world action RPG with a combat-focused setting in late 19th century Japan. The revelation looks spectacular, but since the 2024 release date is so far off, there's a high chance Rise of the Ronin won't be seen again for a while. However, since Team Ninja is one of the top developers of samurai action games, the wait will probably be worthwhile.
Free of all masters and bonds. I will watch over you.
And finally, we have Black Myth Wukong. Black Myth Wukong is an action RPG adaptation of the Chinese tale of Sun Wukong, who appears as the protagonist of the adored and well-known 16th century book Journey to the West by the renowned WUCHANG. It has been said that the gameplay is similar to Souls, With the ability to change into flying insects or a huge monster, the player controls Sun Wukong, commonly known as the Monkey King, as he battles a variety of foes. Well, that concludes our look at the most highly anticipated medieval games set to release in 2023 and beyond. We hope you enjoyed this preview of the exciting adventures and battles that await us in the world of medieval gaming. Be sure to let us know in the comments which of these games you're most looking forward to playing. Until next time, farewell and happy gaming.